Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're live. I hope we're live. I hope I hit the start button.
Please don't take us down.
Yeah, for real.
Our Thursday show got taken down. Thank you, WWE.
So we decided to come back today, let me make a side note on that. WWE has now partnered up with Dynasty of Wrestling to help promote us. For every purchase made, they will kind of push our program. I don't know how it's going to work. Like I'm still trying to read over this fucking umpteen long contract they sent me, as well as I am in the process right now of editing our show file for the day. I handle a lot of shit coming in and a lot of shit to put on this show. And today, I have to say we have 90 files to show today.
Wow.
That is insane compared to what we normally have. Because apparently people have taken me up on the offer of, hey, here's my fucking email, hit me up. And I have talked to people on Facebook this week, as well as everything else I've had to do today. It has been an insane week. But as you said, we were taken down. Oh, shit, here's some more stuff that just came in. Oh, well, it's just going to have to not go on there. I'm just over it at this point. Anyway.
If it ain't got nothing to do with the next week, then it can wait till later.
Well, a lot of the stuff that's coming to me is about today, so it's kind of a good thing, I guess, that we're coming back on today and doing a show. But I guess let's just dive in. I'll throw up some slides, get started. We'll also thank our sponsors right off the bat. Now, the first slide you're going to see is not a sponsor. It's Bluff City Wrestling. I moved it to the front so we could talk about it first. Here they're doing pretty well.
TV taping coming up soon.
Yeah, they got a TV deal there at the old UPN.
Hold on. Isn't it the TV taping today?
Maybe. I can't remember.
I
read something about it, but I forgot. I'll be honest. I've got so much going on.
Hold on. Let me look it up real fast. He's been sending me stuff. He sent me stuff and everything. And
you're breaking up, boss.
Happened today at 2:00.
Okay, good deal.
Well, they had a show. I know they're getting ready for taping for Saturdays, but
yeah, they're going to be doing TV there in Memphis, which is good.
Saturday, August the 13th at 11 a.m. Bluff City Wrestling TV taping's free at 114 Henry Avenue, Memphis, Tennessee, 38107.
That's awesome. That's a lot of big news for them. So that's why I put them on here for slide one. Of course, we want to thank Aces for doing our belts. MadRabbit.com has been a huge sponsor. I live through this company. It's not a joke. I carry a tube of enhancer in my go bag when we travel somewhere because I will put it on before we go out, or I will put their sunscreen on. I use their lotion daily. It's good for my hands. I work out in the yard a lot. I got that new shoot job as me and you were talking about, so I'll be using it for that as well. So, I'll be working with a lot of cardboard and stuff, so that'll be tearing my hands up. But this lotion does really well. And I should mention that all this stuff is made for everybody, not just people with tattoos. MadRabbit.com, code Divine20. It saves you 20%. And it's good shit. This stuff is it's made with water, aloe vera, different things like that. It's all natural. Nothing in there that should cause you to break out. You know what I'm saying?
Water is about as natural as you can get.
Right. But it works. It really works. This stuff is good. I live by it, man. I use the body wash every day. I smell great. Love the vanilla coconut flavor smell. Slam Buddies, of course. I'm actually starting to run low. I think this is actually one of the only ones I have left available other than the one that I'm keeping in the office. But if somebody makes me a fair offer on it, I might sell that one too. But I think maybe. Okay, so I've got two. I've got two left besides the one I'm keeping here in the office that are available for sale. if anybody wants to order a Divine Buddy. Those shipped out some on Monday, shipped out a couple yesterday. Whoa, what happened there? It zoomed in for you. But you can order your own Slam Buddies if you're a wrestler and you want to order a Slam Buddy. You're more than welcome to find these guys on Facebook. Their Facebook page is easy to find. They actually just did some. I'd love to share the pictures of at some point. They just did ICP for the Juggalos, Gathering of the Juggalos. They did some Slam Buddies for them. But now this one is near and dear to both of our hearts. Let me throw our code up for this one. Militant Mentality Apparel on deck. 15 saves you 15% off, or Divine 10 saves you 15% off. I got tired of making up codes, so I just stuck with Divine 10 for several of mine. Whether it gave us 15, 20% off, I just stuck with Divine 10. That way it was there. But Militant Mentality Apparel, no fear, no flaws. Stay strong. Look at there. There's Titanic's outfit.
Mom got on there and was looking at the website.
Oh, yeah?
And she was talking about that.
Yeah?
She said, it ain't for big girls.
Well, no, but I got a site that is. So hold on just a minute, Mama. I'll hook you up. But Militant Mentality, they got workout gear. Of course, I want to thank APW for allowing or actually having to put up with, Titanic when he comes to do his shows there and working with him. They're looking for trainees if you want to train, if you want to be a wrestler. Also, they do fundraisers. I can't promise that all these slides are in perfect order. So when something comes up, we'll talk about it. We'll talk off the topic about everything. If you have questions, we'll take questions today as well. But we're going to cover a little bit of everything this week. Doobie Energy. Let me throw that code up for everybody. Boom, 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 boom. There it is right there. That also works at repsports.com or www.doobie.com. No, we're not smoking anything funny. It is good, clean energy. This one actually happens to contain, as it says on the bottle, fruit extract. My wife tried this one the other day. They sent us a few samples, and she loved this Passion Joy tea. She loves tea, and she can't have regular tea anymore because she had the gastric bypass, and she's got to be very, very careful. Liquid diet only right now for 2 weeks, and then she goes up to like soft. And fortunately for us, we got this sponsorship, and this actually has helped her out quite a bit. She's doing real well. But Doobie, this is the sample they sent. They sent the little packs. I don't need a shaker. Actually, I probably should have ordered the shaker with it, but I bought a little, just a little pack to try out the stuff. But I'm probably going to stock up on it because it works. Kind of can use it when I'm working out. It helps you stay going. Also, Twisted Gorilla. Check it out. Send your mom to this one. This one is new. I just got this one set up the other day, and I'm actually setting up a banner for it as we speak. So give me just a second.
I can't make a comment about the picture, man.
Why? He's holding a banana. What's wrong with it?
They telling me to tell my mama to send her there.
What?
Nothing. I'm going to hell.
What did I do wrong?
You didn't do nothing wrong, man. I just got perverted mind.
Obviously, but there's the code, twistedgorilla.com, Divine15. It saves you, I think, 15% off. And, man, let me show you some of the shit they have. They've got stuff from movies. If you've ever watched Step Brothers, the Catalina Wine Mixer, a Prestige Worldwide production, that's fucking awesome. Camp Crystal Lake, summer 1980. If you are a Halloween fanatic like we are, that is a must-have in this house, okay? That one actually is going to be on the way for my wife this year. I actually just ordered this one for myself. You'll be seeing me wearing it real soon. I drink and I know things. Not only do I drink and I know things, but also this was one of my favorite characters' quotes in Game of Thrones, if you've ever watched Game of Thrones. And if you haven't watched Game of Thrones, I suggest you go watch it. It's one of the greatest TV shows out there, and they're finally making a spinoff. And quit shaking your fucking head, you fucking kid. Also, if you haven't ever watched Yellowstone, watch Yellowstone. It's got Kevin Costner in it. Taylor Sheridan is the creator of it. They have Yellowstone merchandise. And, of course, for all the ladies out there, I had to share it. Witch Please. That's the one your mom needs, Titanic. You need to order that one for her. Witch Please. Because she's talking to you, right? When you read the shirt and it says Witch Please, she's talking to you, motherfucker. She's tired of your shit. So that's the shirt she needs. Actually, I think I ordered one of those for my wife. Hey, look, and this one is for all the Netflix people out there. Joe Exotic's Animal Park. I think they even have a free Joe Exotic shirt on there. For those of you that want to buy a free Joe Exotic shirt, like they're trying to get him out of jail or some shit. But, you know, TwistedGorilla.com has joined the team, and they are fucking awesome. Actually they have one of the Hocus Pocus quotes where it says, "Oh, look, another glorious morning. It makes me sick." I ordered that for my wife, and I ordered another Hocus Pocus because she loves Hocus Pocus. She's ready for that new Hocus Pocus movie to come out this year. That's all her and her mother are talking about, that they're planning on going to see it in theaters. So that one, you know, that site right there, I promise you, I'm going to be giving a lot of people some Christmas gifts from that site because that site's got some cool shit. Also, we got a partnership with NFL I'll talk about here in a little bit. And of course, the WWE one that I haven't talked about yet, but we'll get to those later on during the show. I just threw up collarandelbowbrand.com. This is use code CCWA29. And we got to talk about this for just a minute because they've been with us since day one. We quit talking about them for a while because we were working on getting the account set up to different information because of my divorce. But Al Snow and everybody over at Collar and Elbow has been so supportive, and they've taken care of everything and fixed all the issues that we had. And I love them, man. It's great shirt. And like you said, I have a ton of them. I just got to find them. I've got all my wrestling stuff packed up other than the stuff that's new that comes in. Speaking of which, I have a new, there's a box coming from Pro Wrestling Tees, like a courtesy box or whatever you want to call it, that is coming with a bunch of stuff that I have no clue what it is. So I'm excited to see what they are sending me. But this here is your Support Local Wrestling shirt. I think I have one of these somewhere. That or I think, or maybe this is the one Ron Horn bought from me. I know Ron Horn bought one of my shirts because he loved it. But I think it was the drop down tackle. Maybe it was the drop.
That's the one he bought.
That one is?
No.
Okay.
Drop down tackle.
That's right. We got the Texas Deathmatch shirt. For anybody that's ever been a fan of Terry Funk, Dusty Rhodes, you know all about a Texas Deathmatch. You got the Good Brothers, the world famous Good Brothers. It's Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, Big Doc. I actually have this shirt, and I have this shirt, Living the Dream. Now, I'm not wearing them today. I'm actually wearing my howitzer to support military. But, again, CCWA 29, it saves you, I think, about 15 to 20% off of your purchase over there. I can't remember. I'll have to look at all the
stuff. I think it was 20, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it's either 15 or 20. I can't remember. I think it's 20 though. I'll have to look. Man, I'm telling you, I've got 2.5 sheets of sponsors over here that I'm dealing with right now. And then I've got a whole another thing going on. And like I said, we've got several slides that are fixing to pop up, and it's going to blow your mind, some of the stuff that I'm fixing to show you, because we've got people that are emailing me like crazy. But moving right along, of course, we've been talking about this for a couple of days now. Fight Forever, the AEW game, has finally got a cover. They've released some graphics. Now, this wasn't supposed to come out yet. They weren't supposed to be releasing any of this yet, but it's getting ready to drop. You can pre-order it on Amazon. I think the graphics, you could use a little work, but it is what it is. It's from the people that brought us like the No Mercy game. So hopefully it's good. I look forward to it. I figure it's going to be expensive, probably about $59.99.
Hey, did you see the sign the other night?
Yes. I played this match on No Mercy, WWE game. It was funny.
Yeah.
And of course, I still have this slide up just for you because it says singles, tag team, 3-way, 4-way, ladder match, casino battle royale, Falls Count Anywhere, unsanctioned, lights out. And my most concerning match of this whole game is the exploding barbed wire death match, because what kind of match are we really going to get? You see what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know, but I want to put that on one of my dating sites.
I bet you will, motherfucker. I bet you will. Just get you a screenshot of it. That's what you need to do. All right. And then we seen this the other night on Dynamite, right? The Upster match.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know that some of this we covered, so we're kind of just re-walking over some of this stuff because we got kicked off the other day because I shared an old video of that piece of shit Jim Cornette and old Paul E. Heyman, and WWE got a little pissy, and then WWE decides, oh, hey, let's sponsor these guys.
And the bad thing, and the crazy thing is, we didn't even get that from the WWE.
No, that wasn't from the WWE. That was from like a WCW. That was from like an old school thing. But now I do have, and let me kind of talk about this since we're talking about WWE for just a minute. We do have a partnership agreement with WWE. I don't know how this is completely going to work out, so let me be perfectly honest. I have a link. I will try to put that link down in the description. At the end of this video, I will post that link in the description. If you click on that link and you go in and you shop there, it helps us get a little bit of promotion from WWE and things like that. But again, I'm not 100% sure how this is going to work. It's the same thing with the NFL. I have a link for their website. I will post it on here as well. If you go to their website and buy something, they're helping promote us as well. But the NFL and WWE both partnered up with us. And that's a huge accomplishment, in my opinion, to get WWE on board, to get the NFL on board. And I think the NFL one's going to be good because I've already got some help from them. As a matter of fact, I got some surprises on the way from the NFL, and it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. We may address that today. I don't know. But here we go, man. Dynamite was I was worried. I didn't like this spot. Of course, we got Jericho there picking up the victory to go on against Jon Moxley. We can touch on this stuff again if you want to, or we can just cruise through it.
Cruise through it.
All right.
Moxley and Mance Warner was pretty decent last night.
That's what I heard. I read the spoiler.
Bloody.
Yeah, I told you it would be. I told you that you cannot have a fucking Mance Warner Jon Moxley match without them fucking going nuts. That's just Mance Warner, man. I would love to work him. GCW, Brett Lauderdale, I'm calling you out. Book me Gabriel Divine against Mance Warner one fucking time, brother. That's all I want. One fucking time. I think me and Mance Warner would have a hell of a fucking good time out there.
That's all it takes for him to kill him.
Do what?
That's all it takes for Mance to kill him.
Hey, fuck you, buddy. I ain't you, buddy. Jay Lethal picking up that victory. Moving on to tonight, he is going to be taking on Wardlow for the TNT Championship in Battle of the Belts 3. And then again, you were talking here, you said Mance Warner, Jon Moxley, great match. I don't have any pictures from it, unfortunately. I tried to grab some, but they were hard to get because of, just bad. None of my contacts actually had pictures. They all had video. But Madison Rayne apparently making her debut. This one is huge news. I know it. Some people may already know this, but this right here is fucking phenomenal for this young man's career. I am so excited to be able to say that Blake Christian is now officially signed with All Elite Wrestling, and he'll be working with Ring of Honor. And I can't say enough good things about this kid. Okay? He's in great
ass.
Yes, he busts his ass. He's in great shape. I will never look like him. I'll never be able to move like him. I may get in good shape again, but I will never be in the shape that he is in and be able to do some of the stuff he does. And let me just tell you, Blake Christian is fucking phenomenal. If you have not watched GCW, you really are missing a lot of talent. They got another guy, Nick Wayne. He just turned 17 that he signed with them, the youngest signee ever to AEW. But, man, Blake Christian, congratulations, man. I have talked about this kid and praised this kid since I started covering and watching GCW. And he came out of Tennessee. He came out of right there in Tennessee and done Memphis. What was the Memphis Championship Wrestling there with Dustin Starr a few times. He's from Jackson, Tennessee, and he is just a fucking phenomenal wrestler. He had a great match with John Moxley. And look at this sexy bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Now, I didn't get to watch all of SmackDown last night because, you know, my mother-in-law lives here and the wife and her watch horror movies when she's home. And I'm trying to read books and I'm trying to, you know, I'll go out in the garage and work out in the in-home gym, whatever, just to get just to get some peace and quiet. But Scarlett Boudreaux and Killer Cross or Karrion Cross, whatever you want to call him, they are back.
And they told... Okay, so this is what happened because I watched the video. He attacked Drew McIntyre.
Yes.
She turned around and placed the hourglass
in the ring.
And then Karrion Kross told the head of the table, the tribal chief, time is ticking.
Amen.
And then I've read today that there's a possibility that he is going to want to challenge for one of the belts instead of both of the belts because the USA Network
wants the belt back.
Needs a belt, wants a championship, a heavyweight world title because Roman's not on there all the time.
Right. But inevitably it is up to Triple H. And I do think it's nice that Triple H made the call and brought these two back and put them together. Because I think when Cross was pulled up from NXT and they didn't put him and Scarlett together in the first place, they fucked his gimmick all up. And I seen where Drew McIntyre put on Twitter, did I just get jumped by the guy that wore bondage and a leather helmet? I've had better Friday nights, just being a smart ass.
I mean, you know, it's kind of like Randy Orton,
right,
losing the WWE title to a guy that wore leather pants and was part of a 3-man band.
There you go.
And he came back and did his thing.
There you go. I mean, it is
so,
WWE. They're going to do what they want.
And it's all about how somebody gets rode in, and maybe they won't drop the ball on Karrion Kross because he was a bad motherfucker in NXT.
Right.
And then when they bring him to the main roster, it kind of falls apart.
Yeah.
And you got those that make it, some of them don't. A lot of them didn't because the writing just wasn't in their favor.
No, and it has a lot, and I don't want to let's not bury creative, but let's bury creative, because if creative doesn't like you, they're not going to write you good shit. But it's also on you to take what creative writes you. If they write you lemons, go make fucking lemonade with it and show them that you can get anything over. I mean, it's a combination of both.
It's kind of hard to get it, but it's kind of hard to make lemons out of it sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. But
if they're definitely not doing it.
Yeah. But that was huge seeing them two come back. Of course, next week we're going to get the Intercontinental Championship match. Gunther versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Kind of interested to see how this one's going to go. I don't think Shinsuke is going over, but you never fucking know. It is WWE.
I hate that title.
It's ugly as fuck.
I do not like it at all.
They need to go back to either the Jericho China one or the fucking old school one like Cody and them was wearing.
Yep.
And then, of course, like I said, this stuff's not completely in order. Madison Rayne making her debut. She's a 5-time women's world champion. Hired this week as the head coach of the AEW women's division, and apparently she's wrestling for them as well.
Yeah, she won.
She did win?
Yeah.
All right, now this is This is some of the stuff that has came to me, and then we'll end up back into some WWE stuff as well along the way. And I've also got some stuff on the G1. I'm going to kind of break that down for everybody because I found out some information on it. But this right here is in Brookhaven, Mississippi. It's called A Long Way Down. Bayou Independent Wrestling presents live pro wrestling. Now, I don't know everybody on this show, but they have a dress match for the Deep South Heritage title. Loser has to wear a dress. So that's pretty interesting. They have a Southern title. Of course, you got Sam Stackhouse, this gentleman right here. You see my arrow?
Mm-hmm.
He is a guy from, he's worked with GCW, works a lot with Loco Wrestling over in Texas. Going to be pretty interesting to see what he does down there. They got this show, which I guess I should have rotated the picture. I didn't realize it turned. But Sam Stackhouse will be taking on Ray Everett. Sorry that the picture got turned like that. They're both debuting for Bayou Independent Wrestling. They have the Muddy Waters tag team taking on the Southern Royalty. Now, this is all taking place, of course, at the Lincoln.
The guys on the left, that's Geo Savage. And I don't know who the other guy is.
That one's Geo, right?
Yes.
That's what I thought. He looked familiar. I just couldn't think of.
He's a bad dude.
I may have to. I'm gonna try to get up there and see if I can check this show out a little bit.
And that other guy. Hold on. Can we go back to the other picture?
Yeah.
The guy on the right side.
This one.
The next one. Isn't that Mustang Mike?
No, I don't think so. No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. I may be wrong. It may be, but it doesn't look like the pictures I've seen of him at Pro Wrestling 225.
Well, that boy over there is Geo Savage, and that's a bad dude.
That's what I thought. I was hoping you'd know who it was because he looked familiar. I just couldn't fucking remember his name.
That is my guy.
Okay, well, good deal. Maybe you should bring your ass down here for this show on the 27th.
Depends on what I'm doing.
There you go. Then, of course, my man, Cassidy Riley and his partner Malone, they will be taking on Best Pitcher. For those that don't know, that is Cassidy Riley. Worked with him at the Mid-South Coliseum one time. He's actually changed quite a bit. I hadn't seen him in forever, but he's in really good shape.
Did he work at TNA?
Yeah, he worked at TNA for a little bit as well. But the first time I met him was at the Mid-South Coliseum on a show with him and Eugene, Lance Cade, Trevor Murdoch when they were still doing the tag gimmick. And I can't remember who else was there. King Cobra was there. I don't know. Let me take this banner down for 1 second, and then I'll throw some banners back up. But I want to I'm going to zoom in so y'all can see the bottom of this picture. But you see Tim Storm's going to be there. This show's it's also from Bayou Independent Wrestling. They are going to be in Fountain Hill, Arkansas. Now, I'm not familiar with that, but that's Tim Storm, of course, Cassidy Riley. Let me touch on this guy a little bit. The Russian up here is getting a lot of notice around the Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama area, beating up mascots and choking out little kids. And here, this man right here, NWA Starr, Jeremiah Plunkett. Man, when I seen his name pop up on this flyer, I was so excited because I haven't seen him in forever. Excited that he is still out there, still busting it. I think they're going to have a great show. I think this is a show and a company that people need to check out and get behind. Really excited to have gotten this stuff from them. Hopefully I can keep in touch, get some pictures, and keep throwing their stuff out there for them. Also, before I go any further, I want to thank 5 Star Nutrition. You can use that link, or if you go in one of their stores, use that code AS-Divine10. It saves you 15% off or 20% off. Damn, I can't remember. I need to write this stuff down. Look at this. Somebody call my mama. Woo! Somebody call my mama. Who is that?
That's the cat. Ernest Miller.
That's the Cat Miller. He is going to be at Ford Cup Stuffed for GCW.
Okay, so Fountain Hill's down there by Crossett. It's south of Pine Bluff.
Okay. I didn't know.
I looked it up, so if anybody wanted to know.
I mean, I'm from Arkansas, but I don't claim to be. I don't
know a whole lot of these towns either. I didn't know where Marietta was until I looked it up.
You know, I'm not a big fan of Arkansas, and I don't go map searching over there. As soon as I can move away, I moved away, bro. I got out of Dodge, as Mike Anthony would say. I packed my shit and I ran. But 4 Cup stuffed, Ernest the Cat Miller. Sorry, I had to print some stuff out. GCW Homecomings coming up August 14th. Now, this is going to be interesting. The Cardonas are going to renew their wedding vows. And the reason I say this is going to be interesting, can you guess who's going to be officiating or hosting this ceremony?
Eric Bischoff.
Maven.
Wow.
Right. Like, what the hell?
Maven.
He's officiating this. Now, the last time I seen him, he was in pretty good shape. He showed up at, again, Joey Janela's spring break show. But, you know, here we go. Sunday, August 14th, he's going to be at GCW Homecoming Part 2 to officiate the Cardona's nuptials. Also a part of Homecoming, this will be Part 1 on Saturday night. You got the GCW World Champion Jon Moxley taking on Effie. What's your opinion?
Moxley's going to fuck him up.
Hi. Why you got to be like that, you hater?
Because I like Jon Moxley. I hate Dean Ambrose.
That guy sucked. I don't know who the fuck he was. No, I mean, I like Effie, but I'm hoping for a really good match. I figure it'll be violent. I figure there'll be some blood. I take your side there that I think Moxley will retain, but I do believe Effie deserves it as well. So we'll see what happens. Also a part of that Homecoming show, John Wayne Murdoch taking on Matt Tremont. That'll be interesting. Both of these guys are deathmatch guys. Here's one for everybody. If you are a Briscoes fan, Dem Boys is going to be a part of Homecoming, and they are taking on the GCW Tag Team Champions. Now, I don't know if this is for the tag titles. They have not announced that yet. They may come out at a later date and announce that this is for the GCW tag titles, which would be great. But the Briscoes taking on Los Maestros. That's Ciclope and El Extremo. And this, I seen this on some Twitter, and I thought that this was the coolest fucking idea I've ever seen. Tell me what you think.
I'm Triple H. I'm starting to rebuild the tag team division by hiring James Storm, putting him with Bobby Roode, and reuniting their money. One last good run. Don't tell too good to be doing nothing wrong. True.
I mean, I love me some beer money. Beer money. I loved James Storm and Bobby Roode. They used to do some funny shit. I think they were a great tag team. You know, and Bobby Roode really has good shit on in WWE, and James Storm really ain't doing a whole hell of a lot these days.
I saw on one of the main things.
Yeah.
Sites. It said that WWE. Yeah, well, in a minute. WWE was going to change back to WWF. They were trying to get the F back in.
Hey, I'm good with that. Do what you got to do to get it better. CM Punk may not make it to All Out. Reports are now that he is having some really bad pains. Dave Meltzer broke this news earlier today, as a matter of fact. So this match with
Strip the fucking towel off of him.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, if he can't show up and work, let Moxley run with it. He's a good champion. Let Moxley be the champion and just forget that Punk was the champion.
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do anyway.
Exactly. I mean, I ain't ever heard of this interim shit, okay? This ain't the UFC.
They say boxing.
Right. We have one champion. There shouldn't be two AEW championship belts. Jon Moxley shouldn't have to carry a fucking replica. Okay? He should get the real championship belt. He should be crowned your champion. If CM Punk's hurt his little foot and he can't come back, then fuck his old ass, okay? Sorry about your damn luck, but if you can't come to work, we don't need you no more.
All right.
Call us when you get better. Do what?
Next.
Right? Ric Flair may have had his retirement match on the 31st, but that same weekend he was in Puerto Rico managing an Andre Idolo. Ric Flair apparently is taking on the role of managing his son-in-law quite well, as maybe his in-ring career is over, but his managing career is not, as he took a trip to Puerto Rico with his son-in-law.
Well, it's kind of hard to blow up if you're outside the ring.
There it is. There it is. Also, happy birthday to the 80-year-old living legend, the handsome boy himself from New York City, the Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant.
Let me tell you something about handsome Jimmy. Of all the people that I've met, he has shown me more love, respect, and gratitude.
Amen.
And he didn't have to. He's always treated me really good, even though he conned me out my last $20 when I first started.
To buy his book?
I bought his DVD.
Oh, okay.
No, not a DVD. I'm sorry. Hold on. Shit. We're in 98. I bought his cassette.
There you go. It was his
VCR, his VHS. And sat there and made Dad sit there and watch it. And it was like 3 hours.
Oh, Jesus.
And I got home about midnight. And we watched all of it. And
there you go.
I love Handsome. Will always. I really want to go to Virginia to see him. And
I do too. We need to plan that.
Never been up there, and I'd love to get up there and sing, because that'd be awesome.
He helped in my career early on. I was actually him and Ricky Rowland. I would do security with him, and that helped me get in a lot of doors. And then working with Lawler and Jeff and Dundee as a young kid too. So I mean that helped. I love Jimmy. He always had words of wisdom, always cracked me up, always making jokes, and he'd grab you and kiss you right on the mouth. He didn't give a damn.
He kissed my dad.
He didn't care who you was. He's going to kiss you. Back to this. These are the matches that will be featured on Battle of the Belts tonight. We got Claudio Castagnoli taking on Kosuke Takeshita. Thunder Rosa taking on Jamie Hayter, and Wardlow taking on Jay Lethal. I have the spoilers. Titanic, if you don't want to hear the spoilers, plug your fucking ears. So let me dive in here.
God damn, you ain't done yet.
No, I just started. Wardlow is going to retain, and then he's going to be ganged up on. Thunder Rosa has a decent match. Tony Storm, Britt Baker are going to be involved. Thunder Rosa is going to retain with a roll-up. And, of course, Castagnoli will retain. These two steal the show. Best match out. They brought the best out in each other. So, there we go. I'm done. Are you good to go?
Yeah.
All right, I'm done. This one came to me from Facebook.
The fuck is this?
This is a guy that's working some shows down in Louisiana. He's working, as you see, the 27th for UWE and the 17th of September. He is looking to get booked. So if you guys are looking to book some wrestlers, this guy is looking for some bookings. He's willing to travel, he says. So hit him up on Facebook. That's his name. This is his gimmick. Have not seen him wrestle, so I'm looking forward to seeing him wrestle. Got to go check him out sometime. Interesting character. Had to throw this one in there. This is what's coming. This match and this match are the only two matches that we know at this time.
Shayna Baszler?
Shayna Baszler is the one that won last night. It's going to be Baszler versus Liv for the SmackDown Women's title.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to say that Liv's going to lose, but if she's going to lose to somebody, I hope it's Shayna Baszler, because it's Shayna Baszler's time. She deserves it. This is my opinion. Shayna Baszler's a damn good wrestler. She's been there. She's been through hell. I think, 2-time NXT Women's Champion? Several-time Women's Tag Team Champion. She's had some shitty fucking partners.
Like I said, once you get to the main roster, it happens.
Right? Of course, we got this one. Don't know how this one's going to turn out, other than Roman's going to kick Drew McIntyre's ass again. Instead of it being the Montreal screw job, it'll be wherever they are screw job. Sorry about his damn luck. All right, so this is the G1 that everybody's been talking about. These are the scorecards. Now, I'm not 100% sure exactly how the scorecards work, but you see there it says C block, D block, A block, B block. I put them in the wrong order, apparently. But these are all the people that are in this G1 tournament right now.
Hey, take the 5-star nutrition thing off.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry. I was caught up in talk. Thank you. There we go. All right. So this is C block, D block, A block, B block. Now, the way I have understood this, I reached out to a contact of mine, and he sent me back a little description. The description is this is a tournament that we hold every year. Sometimes we do it as tag. Apparently, they'll do a tag team one too, or a version of a tag team one. Anyway, this one it has been held as a single elimination, but we normally do it as a round robin, with winners from 2 pools wrestling in the final to decide that year's winner. The current format we have, the tournament lasts 4 weeks. The winner of each pool is determined by a point system: 2 points for a victory, 1 point for a draw, which would be time limit only. 0 points for a loss, and no contest or double decision. So that's how it works. Once they get so many points, they end up, going on to the finals or whatever. And that's how the G1 works. But apparently it's a pretty big deal for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Now, this is another one that was sent to me. Now, this is up in your neck of the woods there in Corning on August 20th. NWF is having a show. Proving Grounds. And I don't know. I think the only one really that I know here is Jason. But y'all got Jason Vaughn and Kilo taking on the Riot Squad. Oh, Mark Justice. I know Mark Justice. At the MB Ainley, whatever, junior community. So you know where the fuck that place is.
Yeah, that's where we fucking ran.
Yeah. Y'all also got Apex, and there's your buddy Key Awesome, who I still need to hit with a chair at least once in my life. I never got to hit him. And while we're here, I don't know anything about Viva La Amish.
They're from Ricky Morton School.
Okay. I know who the Inhumane Society is. But let's talk about that fucking goof in the background. Right there. Jerry Adams. Let me just shoot straight with everybody in this business real quick. I have called that motherfucker out time and time again. I will do whatever style match that piece of shit wants. I don't care if we're locked in a cage. I don't care if it's got razor wire on top of it, barbed wire on top of it. I don't care if we got light tubes. I don't give a shiznit what kind of match they want to book. I want my hands on that little punk-ass bitch, Jerry Adams, and I want somebody to book it today. He no-showed that bullshit Purge match show, and I promise you, the ass whooping I would have gave him would have been better than that 10 minutes of watching that Purge match. That's all I'm going to say.
That Purge match was horrible.
Sorry, Christian Cross. We still talk shit about it. Rev Pro. I had to share this because I am a huge Will Ospreay fan. He is defending the undisputed British Heavyweight Championship against Ricky Knight Jr. I look forward to this one being a very hard-hitting, fast-paced match. 1, because I know Will Ospreay. 2, because I've seen some of Ricky Knight's work here recently, and he is fucking incredible as well. But Will Ospreay, you can't go wrong watching a match of his. So check it out, August 21st. They'll be in York Hall. Now, this is in England. Don't buy a ticket and go over there. I'm sure you'll be able to watch it on Fight. And if not, there, of course, is other ways. Now, this is CWL Resurrection. This is going to be at the Wayne County Fairgrounds in Waynesboro, Mississippi.
That's back in last year.
Is it? What the hell?
March
Why did
20th, 2021.
All right, let me take this shit down then. Hold on. Good God, I need to fucking wake up. It's been a long day, man. All right, moving right along then. I don't know why that came to me then. Why would they send me something that's old? You think they did it intentionally?
Probably.
Good God. All right, we're moving along here. Let's move on over. There we go. From Will Ospreay to High Voltage. There we go. September 17th. And this is in 2022, I promise. This is that gentleman I showed you a while ago. Ricky Wildley taking on Xavier Storms. This is for the lightweight championship. This is in Jenna, Louisiana. And this will be on the 17th. Adults are 20, kids, 3 to 12 or 10. Pretty interesting show, though. This one here, I wanted to share. They're doing wrestling for the Reefs. Now, this is for like reefs for military graves and things like that.
Hey,
they're gonna do
the one-man gang's gonna be there.
That's what I was fixing to say. They're gonna have Akeem the African Dream, one-man gang, Mid-South and WCCW star Black Bart, legendary referee James Beard, WWF and NWA star Scott Putski, Mr. Texas Mark Von Erich. Don't know who he is. And this one's happening right now, tonight. This is down in Alabama, Theodore, the AWA. This is the Alabama Wrestling Alliance. A lot of these guys cover a long territory. They're having some pretty good matches and shows. Check them out if you're in the Alabama area. This one's up in Tennessee, Newport, Tennessee, at the fairgrounds. Don't know much about RWA Live Pro Wrestling, but I know they're going to be at the fairgrounds. There's the information. They're going to be there Friday and Saturday. I see the chicken doing the thumb, so maybe the chicken will be there. Who knows? Now, this is High Octane Collision Course. This is also happening tonight. And this is in Las Vegas, guys. This show is in Las Vegas. And then this one, I told you we'd come back to Jimmy Valiant in a minute. They're doing a big birthday bash on the 14th for Jimmy. So this is going to be a huge deal. This is going to be in High Point, North Carolina. Tickets start at $10. Kids under 10 are free. I like that. That's cool.
Oh, those elite people are going to be there.
Yeah. They're going to have Chase Profit versus Rob Killjoy. Don't know a lot about these guys. Snotty Fox versus Savage Kincaid. And then we go to first year anniversary of Spectacular here. Now, this one I expect to be a very good fucking show. Now, I don't understand what the Reverse Crown Battle Royal is. You tell me. I have no clue. But Houston, Texas, August 20th. This right here. Sawyer Wreck and whatever his name is, Demira Alexandrov. I expect that one to steal the fucking show, okay? Right off the bat, because she's a beast. She can do some crazy shit. Check this one out. Charlie Haas versus Chris Carter. Going to be an incredible show. Check these guys out. Also, this is Battle Slam The Takeover, August 7th, which is tomorrow in Atlanta, Georgia. Check it out tomorrow. They will be at the Oasis Event Center, 8 p.m. Don't know much about them. Didn't really recognize a lot of folks on their card, but, hopefully they have a good crowd. This one is also Battle Slam. This is some of the folks for tomorrow. Oh, look, Anthony Agogo's on the card.
Aaron Black.
Aaron Black.
Aaron Black.
Yeah, who is that?
He was he wrestled for AEW during the COVID time.
Oh, okay. I have no clue. Caprice Coleman. Why does that sound familiar?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But that's some of the card for, and there's Leon Ruff will be a part of it as well. The ladies match looks to be interesting. Check it out tomorrow night if you're in the Atlanta, Georgia area. This one here will be in, I don't even know how to say that. Generita, Louisiana, August 13th, CSW. I think that's Mustang Mike. I may be wrong. Huh?
Okay.
I may be wrong. I know that this is Coda J or something. I can't fucking remember off the top of my head all of a sudden. But she's fucking phenomenal. These guys here are wrestling. Here's Mustang Mike right here. Bam. Looky there. I'll zoom in and pull it over. This is Mustang Mike right here. So, yes, the one I just told you was Mustang Mike is Mustang Mike. I thought so. Let's go. And it may have been Mustang Mike on the other one. It just may have been a different picture. I don't know. But this one is Saturday, August the 20th at Summerall High School. Mustang Mike and Vordell Walker taking on the Southern Stretching Crew. Davey Rich versus Black Ranger number 2. Walker Hayes will be there. Shout out to Walker Hayes, good friend of ours.
Big Swole.
Yep, Big Swole will be there. They'll have a meet and greet, all kinds of stuff going on. But
Justin Cole's a badass dude.
Yep.
You catch him on Memphis Wrestling.
I didn't know that. And then, of course, Pro Wrestling 225 Danger Zone, Saturday, August 27th. They'll be at the East Park Rec Center in Houma, Louisiana. And, man, Cord Jody, I think is her name. But Mustang Mike will be there. The Russian will be there. This one is Viral Pro Wrestling. Now, I grabbed this one off their Facebook because they were like, just grab one of ours. And I was like, cool. This is the 13th, next Saturday. Looks to be interesting. Again, I'm just kind of touching on some of these shows. Now, this one.
Continue to touch on them because I got to make a.
That's fine. That's fine. You do that. If we need to go so you can eat dinner, go ahead. I'm trying to get my wife to bring me food. This is Pro Wrestling Savage. Ricky Morton, Kerry Morton will be a part of it. They'll be in Charlotte, North Carolina. Doors will open at 2. Bell time is 3. This one, Live Pro Wrestling. Talk is Cheap, Sunday, August 28th. This one in Salisbury, North Carolina. Looking forward to this one. May try to go over to it. There's a number of people I know going to be at this one. So you got Arn Anderson and Brock. You got Gunner, formerly known as Jackson Riker. You got Beer City Bruiser. You got Brian Cage. Of course, FTR, Brad Attitude, and Rachel Ellering. Talk is Cheap. This is AML Wrestling. First match is at 4 p.m., so that's not bad. Meet and greet with all the stars at 2:30, so you get to hang out with everybody, get to know them and all that. And you can click on their site, go to amlwrestling.com to get tickets. AML has some more shows coming up September 21st. Or 24th, sorry, 24th. Jesus. This one's in Hickory, North Carolina. Meet the Stars at 5:30, first match at 7. This one here is AML. It's Throwdown in G-Town. And when I seen G-Town, I thought, well, man, why would they, be promoting something's in G-Town? I was thinking, I guess I was thinking A-Town. I don't know, but I had a brain fart, But they're going to be in Gastonia, North Carolina. Again, they'll have a meet and greet at 6:30. First match will kick off at 8. But this is their second throwdown in G-Town. This one is WCEW, World Class Extreme Wrestling. Diamonds of Rockingbird. This is going to be in Wadesboro, North Carolina. The Wolf of Caswell Street, Saturday, August 27th. A lot of shows going on. This one here is New Era Wrestling. Don't know much about them. Didn't get a flyer with names or anything on it. The 2022 Annual Contenders Cup, August 13th in Swan Gymnasium, and this is in Jasper, Alabama. This one is interesting because it's going to be Tampa Bay Pro Wrestling and Dream Women's Wrestling joining forces to present Rising Tides. Now, this will be Friday evening, August the 12th. They'll have St. Petersburg, Florida at the historical Campbell Park. Of course, you can read. Kids are free with a paid adult. Unbreakable Lexi Gomez with Caitlin Perez taking on Femme Fatale Devlin McCabe. If any of you know any of these people, let me know how good they are, or send me some clips or something to watch, because I'd like to get to know some of these a little better. This one, I know a little bit about Loco Wrestling. I know some folks that go over there quite a bit down in Houston, Texas. This is going to be in October on the 29th. So this looks like it's going to be kind of a Halloween-themed show at 8 p.m. They give the address and stuff. It's called The Funeral, Loco Wrestling. This one here, shout out to my good buddy Chase Stevens. He's been on our show a few times. Always a delight to hang out with and talk to. He is going to be in Knoxville, Tennessee, doing K-Town Bonding's Back to School Bash. Chase Stevens will be in action, kids' backpacks, all kinds of cool stuff going on there.
When's that?
That was Chase Stevens. It'll be in Knoxville, Tennessee.
I know they're doing a like a convention tonight and last night.
Yeah, somewhere
in Knoxville.
Oh, are they?
Bret Hart's there. Dirty White Boy.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's all part of it.
Oh. But
it's K-Town Championship Wrestling. I don't know either. Now, this one came to me from you. You sent this to me, and I thought I'd share it because this was. Now I know that I don't take everything that Dave Meltzer over at the Wrestling Observer says to heart, because sometimes he will embellish things, sometimes he will, undercut things. Dave Meltzer is somewhat of an asshole, but it is what it is. But Ric Flair's last match drew more than 6,800 fans, a gate of $448,502, and between 20 to 25K streaming pay-per-view buys. That is the second highest independent wrestling gate of all time. So congratulations to Conrad. Congratulations to Jim Crockett Promotions and everybody involved in that. StarCast was an epic ordeal. Now, this is a cool thing that was sent to me by Pandora's Box Toys and Collectibles. They are in Lafayette, New Jersey. They are doing some meet and greets that they have scheduled. So check it out. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. If you want to do some meet and greets, they're going to have Jerry the King Lawler on Saturday, August 13th from 12 to 3. I don't know who Doc Gooden is. He's a baseball player, I guess, for the New York Yankees.
Doc Gooden. He's a Cy Young pitcher from the New York Mets. He was one of the badasses back in the 80s, man.
See, and that's why we are a good team, because you know all the other shit that I don't know. They're also going to have some 90s Nickelodeon Day stuff going on. Tyler Main, he played Michael Myers in one of the movies. I don't know much else about him. They're also going to have Bob Elmore. He played in some Texas Chainsaw Massacre stuff. Then they're going to have Kurt Angle Sunday, October the 2nd, 12 to 3. Darby Allin, November 6th.
Who did Kurt Angle ever beat?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Johnny Gargano, Saturday, November the 19th, 12 to 3. And that is the last of our 90 slides that we went through today.
We've already spent an hour on doing all that.
I know, right? And it wasn't even for fucking sponsorships, man. That's at least not all of it. But it was awesome to get to do that. I was glad that we had so much content there coming in about independent shows for once. I like to be able to help promote independent shows. That's what that's what we mainly started this for, was to help get the name of people out there and to do results and shit of some of the big shows, but mainly to help get people's name out there. Of course, we'll still take interviews if any of the wrestlers want to come on and do an interview. I'm hoping to, once everything starts rolling along the next few weeks, be able to start planning some trips around work and the wife's work and start getting some live in-person interviews going on and things like that, and start making plans to do better things in the future. But, man, I'm looking forward to Battle of the Belts 3. I'm actually going to watch it because I'm home alone right now. The wife left with her mom to take the kids' school shoes shopping.
School shoe shop.
Yeah, I remember those days. I don't get new shoes, though, but you know how that works. I have to buy my own. But she's, they're Kids are going school shoe shopping today. Her mom decided she was going to buy them some new school shoes. We did get, like I said, a new security system here in the house. We had to put up that today. That's what took so long, me getting back to you. I had to run to Walmart to pick up some of the stuff we needed. And the mother-in-law bought what's that shit called? A Roomba? Them room vacuum cleaners?
Uh-huh.
She bought one of those for us, and I've gave it the nickname Little Bob in honor of Bob. Because it moves real slow and it goes around the house. The dogs are not liking it. I'll tell you that. They're trying to get used to it. Thank you, Mr. Smith, for coming back. I'm glad you like listening to our show. Hopefully you saw the first hour of all the great shows that are going on all over the area this weekend and the next few weekends, the next few months. I know that you listened to us the other day, the video, the podcast that we put out on Thursday. Before WWE came on as a partner, they decided to block the video because I shared that old footage of Jimmy Crybaby Cornette and Paul Heyman. So don't know who handles their stuff, but I'm working on asking them to take it a little lighter when they go through our videos. Stop working so stiff, kid.
Yeah, no doubt.
This is bullshit. But no, we got some major partnerships going on. Want to thank everybody that's been with us, and definitely want to thank Collar and Elbow because, like I said, they've been with us from day one, man. They were there when we were running shows, when I was still living over there in the Hellhole, Arkansas, and helping you run shows and being your commissioner and your announcer. And really, when I was in a dark place. I'm so glad that I'm where I am today, and I get to enjoy wrestling again. I get to talk about it and not worry so much. I see that big ass jug of tea you're swigging out of. That fucking Milo's tea.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm eating because
no, I understand.
I've gone all day without eating.
No, I understand. I have too. I've got some supplements and stuff from 5 Star the other day when we went. They have, oh God, hold on. I dropped some stuff. I was trying to clean the desk, but I dropped something. I don't know where it all went. Anyway, I'll find it in a minute. But now I grabbed some supplements the other day, and it's like an appetite suppressant or whatever, so I don't eat as much, which is good. It's bad though because I normally would only eat like one meal a fucking day anyway, especially when the kids are in school. Like I'll sit around if I'm at the house, I don't do a whole lot. If it's just me, like I'll play with the dogs. I get on here and podcast with you. I watch some old fucking wrestling footage. I got a comment here that's interesting. We got rapper Little Scrappy will be wrestling at a Terminus event, which is Jonathan Grissom's promotion. That's interesting. That's very interesting. I love how all these people are coming over from other places to wrestle all of a sudden. Like it's so, man, it kills me because it's becoming so mainstream that we're booking more and more rappers and like that YouTube influencer, Logan Paul, who's getting a big push in WWE.
Did you know Al Capone?
Did I know Al Capone?
Did you ever hear of Al Capone in Memphis?
The wrestler or the
rapper?
No, hell no. I thought Al Capone was like a mafia man.
Well, he was on wrestling today.
Was he really?
Mm-hmm.
I thought Al Capone was the guy that escaped from Alcatraz or some shit, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Wasn't there like a mafia guy? Man, come on. He was the one that made he made Alcatraz famous because he escaped from it, the inescapable prison.
And then Grizz was on there.
Yeah, I seen that Grizz was on there. I didn't see the rapper though.
He took out Martin.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to seeing. I know the OMGs are doing some stuff down in Texas as well. Mike Anthony and John Allen are still running hard and heavy down in Texas, even while he's champion up there in Memphis. I mean, Mike Anthony, we had him on the show a while back. He is all over the place right now, and he is in great shape. And I really feel, like I said, we shared the fact that Blake Christian signed with AEW. I hope that one day we're sitting here sharing the fact that Mike Anthony has signed with AEW or WWE, because he's got the look, he's got the ability, he's got the in-ring veteranism behind him. He is such a ring general when he needs to be, and he can work with anybody and have such a great match. Wow. I look forward to it. I really hope that Mike Anthony gets a shot someday in the bigger, in WWE or AEW, because I mean, that's what everybody strives for. I don't want to say in the big leagues and make it feel like what we do on the independent scene doesn't mean anything, because really, if you didn't have the independent scene, you wouldn't have WWE, you wouldn't have AEW, because where are you going to get your talent from? Because if you don't have the independent scene, no matter how long you run your school, all you're going to end up with is people that don't have a passion for it, or people that don't have any sense or business being in the ring. And you still have that problem. But it's not as relevant and predominant in a situation as it would be if you didn't have independent wrestlers who wanted a chance. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let me post up my my email. Well, actually, if you look, my email is scrolling across the bottom there, Mr. Smith. It is delltroutman9@gmail.com. It will scroll across the bottom here in just a second. You can email that card to me there, and I will try to throw it up there before we go off the air today, if you can get it to me. But there is my email right there, delltroutman9@gmail.com, scrolling across the bottom. So if you'll email that card over to me, I will gladly post that card up for the full Terminus show. He says it's loaded with all kinds of talent from AEW, New Japan, and the Nightmare Factory. So yeah, definitely shoot that over to me, and I'll screen share that up. But no, I mean, there's so much going on, and normally we come on and we cover AEW, we cover WWE. I talk GCW because I see a lot of GCW stuff. I love GCW stuff. They have so much talent on their shows. Their homecoming show is going to be big next week. Effie and Moxley is going to be a really good match, in my opinion. I think that one will really deliver to the fans in a way that people will not expect, especially from Effie. Also, I feel like the Briscoes being there, and I'm going to go out and I'm going to say exactly what people are thinking, because Jim Cornette wants to sit there and bitch about the Briscoes being there and bitch about the Briscoes doing dumb shit. But Jimmy, the Briscoes are going to do what they want to do. They want to have fun. They want to wrestle. They want to be out there and be involved. And that's what they're going to do.
About making money.
Exactly. It's about having fun. It's about making money. It's about sharpening the tool that you use. Because I promise you, yes, if I were to go get in a wrestling ring right now, I could still wrestle. Would I move as fast as I used to? No.
Would we fall like we used to? No.
I'm going to have to get in shape. I'm going to have to cut a little weight. I'm going to have to work on my cardio. I wouldn't look as bad as Ric Flair. My timing would be off. I might mess up a few spots. It's called ring rust. That's what happens when you take time away. But I had to take time away because I have to get healthy. If you're not healthy, you're not helping yourself at all. And if you're not out there sharpening your craft, you're not helping yourself at all. So in my opinion, the Briscoes are out there doing everything they can and busting their ass to better themselves. And even though they do some crazy shit, some dumb matches, they, in my opinion, they're one of the greatest tag teams out there. I mean, granted, I'm a huge FTR fan. And so I'm going to support FTR as the greatest tag team out there. And one day, I promise you, one day, me and Sexy Sam Dollar and you are going to come on this show, and we're going to debate with Sam, one of the greatest managers of all time, in my opinion, who the best tag team is, because he thinks the Briscoes are the best tag team right now. I think FTR is. And I know there's a lot of hype behind FTR because everybody's like, oh, they've been to WWE. They've held the WWE belts. They've been to AEW. They've held the AEW belts. It's not about the belts. I could care less. It's the quality of the match. They can go out there and they can put on a match with fucking anybody and make it a 5-star match. Speaking of which, let me touch on something that came to my attention from a friend of mine who has to remain nameless to protect himself and others. We may be getting a match, or we may not be getting a match, depending on the situation. At All In, the rumor is that Kenny Omega should be returning. Now, that is just the rumor. Nothing has been confirmed, but Kenny Omega should be coming back at All In. But the match that I'm talking about, the Young Bucks, the AEW World Champions, Tag Champions, taking on.
They're not the AEW Tag Team Champions.
Are they not?
Swerving Your Glory is.
Oh, that's right. Shit, I forgot about that because that's right. Shit. Well, still, the match that I'm hearing about is the Bucks versus FTR for all the belts.
Yes, I read that a while ago, and I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't either, because apparently the Bucks have heat with FTR. I don't know why. But that's a very serious, a very serious thing. I think it would be a good match, but not. So apparently, I done shared this flyer. Mr. Smith emailed me the flyer. I done shared it. Let me go pull it back up. I did not know that this was the Terminus show. One of the flyers that was sent to me is the Terminus show. I did not know that. It didn't say Terminus on the flyer. It just said Battle Slam, so I didn't know. But and he is right. I mean, it is a loaded card, and that would be why we don't know a lot of the names. But yeah, I see little Scrappy up there. Let me go ahead and share this again. That's interesting. Thank you for the email. I appreciate it. You're more than welcome to email me flyers anytime you want. But yeah, this one was emailed to me earlier. It was, there's that one. That's tomorrow. And then that one's tomorrow. And it's part of that one. But yeah, I didn't realize this was Terminus, because neither one of the ones that was sent to me said anything about Terminus on it. It just says Battle Slam the Takeover and Battle Slam the Takeover. And, they never clarified whether it was Terminus or not. But that's the card he was talking about. And it is packed. I mean, it's got a lot of talent. But I didn't know that this is a rapper. Little Scrappy up here is a rapper. I did not know that. But thank you, Mr. Smith, for the email. I did not know. I didn't realize that was a Terminus show. Thank you for letting me know, because I get emails, and sometimes they're like, hey, this is so-and-so from such and such company. Will you please, put this on your show? And then I get emails where, hey, this is, here you go, here's a flyer. And I'm like, okay, cool. Or I'll get Facebook messages, hey, so-and-so on the card, would you mind promoting them? I'm like, yeah, sure. Not a problem. I don't mind promoting an independent show. That's what it's all about. But I will say that I was impressed with the fact that Triple H went ahead and brought Karrion Kross and Scarlett Boudreaux back. I think there's quite a few people that are fixing to come back. They announced a tournament. They're going to do a tournament to crown new women's tag champions for WWE. Don't know how that's going to go over, because they really don't have enough women really to do tag teams, but who knows? I wonder if Liv's going to end up joining back up with Rhea and going to Judgment Day. There's been some talk about that. I don't think it'll happen, but there has been some talk about it. I apologize. My voice is getting crappy. Little Scrappy used to rap for Little John and East Side Boys back in the early 2000s and back. I didn't know that. That's cool. Little Scrappy coming to the ring. And that's like I hear that Bad Bunny is going to be coming back to WWE for some stuff eventually. I feel like Baron Corbin and Pat McAfee aren't done. I feel like there's going to be more with that because Pat and Baron were kind of fucking with each other on SmackDown. So I feel like there's going to be more with Pat.
That
McAfee.
Was bad last time.
he was having fun, but they turned him up to like 30 instead of 10.
And just like, we want you to turn it up just a few more notches.
Like, just go fucking insane and have fun. Say whatever you want. We don't care. We're not going to hit the censor
Can you
button.
go out there and not eat any edibles and let's get that Pat McAfee. I love Pat McAfee.
And I've seen some stuff that he said and done, and there's some things I agree with him on and some I don't. But man, he is, for all irrelevant purposes, he's fucking great. I would love to get him on the show if he wasn't under WWE contract right now. I think we would have a hell of a good time.
He has that opening to where he can go out. He can do whatever he wants.
Well, there's a limit to some of that going out because like Lawler has it, but Lawler can't do certain things.
That's like being recorded to wrestle on TV.
Yeah, they have certain limits, but I mean we can try. You're the one that watches his show. See if you can shoot him a message or tweet him and see if he'll come on our show. I'm all for having Pat McAfee on here.
Yeah, we definitely have to do a different time because he's on from 11 to 2 our time.
Right?
So.
Hey, I'm fine with that. We can do it in the middle of the fucking night. I don't care. Just as long as he ain't trying to kick me in the nuts.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's got a strong ass leg. I ain't getting kicked in the dick.
Sorry, he's a punter for a reason, dude.
Right? No, you ain't kicking me in the dick. But no, man, it just I love it. I mean, there's so much out there, and really, and it breaks my heart because there are so many people that talk about wrestling that really don't understand it. I've heard, we talked about it after Flair's last match. There was so much negativity. There was so much heat on poor Rick. I can't understand it. If you're a wrestling fan, you have to understand and respect that adrenaline pop is like a drug. They're addicted to it. I mean, we're addicted to it. When we're at a show, I'm not going to lie, and my wife will be the first one to tell you, when we were at AEW, at the Uno Lakefront Arena when they came to New Orleans, I did the meet and greet for the kids. Like I made sure that they went up and got to meet with people and hang out and all that good stuff and called in that favor and made sure the kids had a good time and everything. But the minute the show started and I could feel that rush from the crowd, I was jacked. Like I was ready to go. Like if they'd have said, hey, so-and-so's hurt and he can't work, will you put a fucking hood on and do the job? I'd have been like, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right.
You got it, buddy. Like I was ready. Like I didn't have any gear, but I went out there and fucking, I don't know what, and done a job because I felt that rush. And it's just like, man, you want to be a part of it. And for Ric Flair, he's still going to be a part of it. I mean, like we talked about earlier on the show, he wrestled his last match. They got on a plane, went to Puerto Rico, and he managed an Andre at a showdown in Puerto Rico. So he's still going to be managing. He's going to be out there having fun. WWE may bring him back in at some point. That would be cool. Pete Dunne apparently has tweeted out that he's dropping the Butch gimmick and going back to Pete Dunne. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. I hated the Butch gimmick. I'm glad that he's going to be back as Pete Dunne. He's a hell of a wrestler. I think he could do so much better.
I don't like the whole that whole thing that they got going on with Sheamus and them.
Yeah,
I think everybody would do better on their own.
Right.
I know Pete's kind of small, but
here's the thing.
Dude could go.
And see, and that's another problem. You talk about him being small.
Mm-hmm.
Vince McMahon had a mindset that if you're not jacked like Hulk Hogan, you're not worth a shit. And so when when Brett and Shawn got the belt, it was a shock. But then what happened after that? We went right back into, I want bodybuilders. I want big guys. I mean, look at Bobby Lashley. Look at Roman Reigns. Look at Brock Lesnar. Look at Drew McIntyre. I'm not saying Drew McIntyre's bodybuilder material, but he's still a big, tall, jacked up guy. And so Vince McMahon has this mindset, hey, we got to have jacked up guys. So you little jacked up guys like, Chris Benoit, who was one of the greatest wrestlers of all time that finally got his due. And I love Chris, and a lot of people don't. But I'm going to say, he finally got his due, but he was shit on for years because he was smaller. Same way with Pete Dunne, Finn Balor, and a number of other guys. But like you said, times are changing. Vince McMahon's out the fucking door. Triple H likes these little guys because he sees how dedicated they are. He knows people can get behind them. They're going to sell you merchandise. They're going to make you money. They're going to draw you ratings because that's what people want to see. Not only do they want to see somebody, like Rey Mysterio, who was the underdog for years, the giant killer, beating bigger guys. They want to see someone that they can buy into. And I'm not trying to preach on the same shit, but they're getting tired of Roman Reigns. You know what I mean? They're getting tired of Roman. It's not like he's being shoved down our throat now as bad as he used to be.
I think people want to see more of him right now.
Well, there's some that do and some that don't. I mean, I think he's doing good as a heel. I think he's doing so good as a heel. He's starting to get he's starting to kind of get over as a babyface in a way.
Well, I mean, you're going to have your people that like the product. You got your people that don't like the product.
Well, yeah.
But you're pretty much going to have to go on the majority of what says.
Yeah.
Because that's who you said. I mean, that's what pays the bills. And right now, you got rid of Brock. So
do you think Brock's really done though?
No, I don't believe he's done. By far, I don't believe he's done.
I think he had so much fun at SummerSlam that
I think he's going to be doing something. I think he's going to end up having to work with somebody else. Yeah,
I do too. And we were talking before we went on the air about, or maybe during the air. Hell, I can't remember. There's been so much going on about Karrion Kross maybe challenging for one of Roman's belts because of the USA Network thing.
Yeah.
So, it was before we came on. Okay, I thought so. I can't remember, man. I've got so much going on today.
It's crazy. Everything's good, though.
Do what?
Everything's good, though.
Oh, yeah. Everythhy's good.
We're going to make it.
Got to find a way.
You. Somebody will make it.
Somebody will. But, yeah, I mean, it just, we came back on today. I know a lot of people watched us on Thursday, and we normally do our shows on Thursday, and then occasionally we'll throw in an extra show here or there when we feel like it, or when there's something going on. And, of course, we got knocked off because of the copyright bullshit or whatever. But, again.
WWE.
Yeah, there it is. But
I see somebody else that needs to be we got to give y'all a little bit of hush money.
Right. We got to give them some hush money. But like I said, when we get off the air today, I will post some links in the description so that we can so y'all can click on those links. You can shop at. Somebody was telling me what we need to do. If we're going to we're going to put up a video, post on the link that we do not own the video. Okay. We'll start trying that.
And promoting the video. Say, hey,
we'll start trying that and see what happens.
Hey, we got this video from suckourdick.com. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm losing. I'm getting in my place again.
It happens. Oh, but no, I mean, definitely. I mean, we'll try whatever it takes. I mean, I'm working with everybody. We got the WWE partnership coming up and going on. We got the Actually, Walmart partnered with us too. Talk about that real quick. I have a link that I will post for Walmart, a link for the NFL, and a link for WWE in the description below the video to set it up so you guys can go through, shop those links, and help us get promoted. But I guess if you ain't got nothing else, I ain't got nothing else. I'm going to go find something to snack on until the wife brings me some fucking food home. And I guess if you're ready, I can hit the music.
I do have something I want to say.
Okay.
After having a long conversation.
Hold on, you're breaking up.
Of course I'm going to break up when I'm fixing to tell y'all something. I had a long phone conversation yesterday with a friend of mine. It's time. It's going to happen. And everybody will find out when it does.
What the hell? He just like hung up on me. Like I don't know what's going on. Like, what the hell? It's time. What's time? Like, I mean, I know it's like 6:59, but the hell? 20 fucking years and I don't get an explanation. You just hang up. This is bullshit. Like, I don't know, guys. I don't have a clue. I guess we'll have to find out. I don't know. There's the music. I'm just as confused as everybody watching because I don't. Good God, Titanic. All right, share the passion of pro wrestling, guys. Share that passion.